योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाभिवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। So we've done up to 82. So let us start from 78. Sandhau jagrat sushuptyoh anubhava vidita swapnyavastha dvitiya तत्रात्मज्योतिरास्ते पुरुषैः समाकृष्य सर्वेन्द्रियाणि संवेश्य स्थूलदेहम् समुचितशयने स्वीयभासान्तरात्मा पश्यन् संस्काररूपान् अभिमतविषयान् याति कुत्रापि तद्वत् रक्षन् प्राणैः कुलायम् निजशयनगतम् श्वासमात्रावशेषैः मा भूत्तत्प्रेतकल्पाकृतिकमिति पुनः सारमेयादिभक्ष्यम् स्वप्ने स्वीयप्रभावात् सृजति हयरथान् निम्नगाः पल्वलानि क्रीडास्थानान्यनेकान्यपि सुहृदबला पुत्रमित्रानुकारान् मातङ्गव्याघ्रदस्युद्विषतुरगकपीन् कुत्रचित् प्रेयसीभिः क्रीडन्नास्ते हसन् वा विहरति कुहचित् मृष्टमश्नाति चान्नम् म्लेच्छत्वम् प्राप्तवानस्म्यहमिति कुहचित् शङ्कितः स्वीयलोकात् आस्ते व्याघ्रादिभीत्या प्रचलति कुहचित् रोदिति ग्रस्यमानः यो यो दुर्गोचरोऽर्थः भवति स तथा तद्गतात्मस्वरूपा विज्ञानोत्पद्यमानः स्फुरति ननु यथा शुक्तिका ज्ञानहेतुः रौप्याभासो मृषैव स्फुरति च किरणा ज्ञानतोऽम्भो भुजङ्गः रज्ज्वज्ञानान्निमेषम् सुखभयकृदतो दृष्टसृष्टम् किलेदम् मायाध्यासाश्रयेण प्रविततमखिलम् यन्मया तेन मत्स्थान्येतेषु नाहम् यदपि हि रजतम् भाति शुक्तौ न रौप्ये शुक्त्यम् शस्तेन भूतान्यपि मयि न वसन्तीति विश्वग्विनेता प्राहास्माद्दृश्यजातम् सकलमपि मृषैरेन्द्रजालोपमेयम्. So before we move on to the next verse, I just wanted to provide one additional information which we were not able to trace during the discussion of the last class. So during the discussion that we had in the last class, so we were citing a verse. Suddenly it just came to me. half of the verse I was able to cite, the other half we were able to trace from the participants. So this has to do with the verse which he is praying to the Lord, that may I not have an opportunity to exhibit my scholarship to those who cannot appreciate it. So this is a prayer which this person puts, and before that he says, Malika 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 is the last quarter. Itara papa phalani yadrichaya. Repeat. It's a good verse to know. Itara papa phalani yadrichaya. Phalani yadrichaya. Itara papa phalani yadrichaya. Vilikhitani sahe chaturanana.
Vilikhitani sahe chaturanana.
Vilikhitani sahe chaturanana. Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam.
Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam.
Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam. Shirasi malika malika malika.
Shirasi
Malika malika malika. Shirasi malika malika malika. So we saw the meaning during the discussion, but anyway I will very quickly summarize. So this person really a Pandit, so he just had an occasion to share something in front of people who could not understand and appreciate the scholarship. And at the end of that discussion, this person felt, and he just composed this verse. So he says, Itara papa phalani yadrichaya. So this has something to do with the verse which we are going to study also. So Itara papa phalani. Every individual has to anyway undergo cycles of pleasures and pains. So this is starting from Brahma up to Pipilika. Brahmadi Pipilika Paryantam, this is something which is ordained upon us, and we need to understand and appreciate that. And then try to develop a certain attitude by which we will be able to accept things. So here, so this poet says in a poetic way, it is very true that I may have to undergo papa phala, but even as I have to undergo papa phala, there is only one papa phala which I do not want to. So you may try to provide something else instead of that if you can. So this is the prayer that he makes. He says, Itara papa phalani yadrichaya. Yadrichaya. Yadrichaya to Yadricha means yadicha. Okay. So if I have to experience, I am ready to experience. I will somehow forbear. Itara papa phalani yadrichaya vilikhitani. Whatever that has been written on my forehead, I am willing to undergo. Okay, somehow I will forbear. Then he says, Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam. So he composes fantastic verse, but nobody is able to appreciate. Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam. Kavitvam is so exhibiting scholarship. Okay, so this is the more general sense. Arasikeshu kavitva nivedanam. So suppose somebody comes and says, this is the difference between Kalyani and Purvi Kalyani. This is the difference between Kalyani and Hamir Kalyani, not Purvi Kalyani. So suppose somebody says, I do not know Kalyani, I do not know Hamir Kalyani. Suppose he just does this, then what do I do? So that is why he is saying, Harasikeshu kavitva nivedanam. Shirasi malika malika malika. So I was trying to basically trace the meter which did not strike immediately. So it is a meter which is called Druta Vilambitam. So Druta Vilambitam is the name of the meter. So the definition I will quickly say, which you can anyway look later. Druta Vilambitamahana bhau bharau. Tell me.
Dhrita vilam.
Not Dhrita. Dhruta.
Dhruta
Vilambita mahanabhau bharau. Dhruta vilambita mahanabhau bharau. Nabhau bharau means Nagana, Bhagana, Bhagana and Ragana. It is a 12 syllabled meter. We could see it was a 12 syllable. In 12 syllables there can be 2 to the 12 variations. But then, so this is called Dhruta Vilambita, in which we have a Nagana, short, short, short. And then we'll have long, short, short, long, short, short. And then Rajabha, long, short, long. Okay? Laghu Guru Laghu. This is how the Dhruta Vilambita meter goes. It's a very beautiful meter. Okay. So having said that, so let us get into today's verse. So verse 83. Hetuh karmaiva loke.
Hetuh karmaiva loke. Hetuh karmaiva loke.
Sukhataditarayoho.
Sukhataditarayoho. Sukhataditarayoho.
एवमज्ञो विदित्वा
एवमज्ञो विदित्वा एवमज्ञो विदित्वा
मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थं
मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थं मित्रं वा शत्रुरित्थं
व्यवहरति मृषा
व्यवहरति मृषा यवहरति मृषा
याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ
याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ याज्ञवल्क्यार्थभागौ
यत्कर्मैवोचतुः प्राक्
यत्कर्मैर्वोचतुः प्राक् यत्कर्मैर्वोचतुः प्राक्
जनकनृपगृहे
जनकनृपगृहे जनकनृपगृहे
चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम्
चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम् चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसाम्
वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम्
वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम् वंशोत्तंसो यदूनाम्
इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्यकर्मा इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्यकर्मा इति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्यकर्मा. It is a very, very important verse, both from the viewpoint of the entire spectrum of religions that we have in the world, to understand that, as well as from an extremely practical viewpoint. And this verse, as you can very easily see from the words that have been employed, is inspired by a certain mantra in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we have the third chapter, third adhyaya, commencing with a very interesting anecdote, wherein Janaka makes an announcement in the assembly and says, so here are 1,000 cows with lot of suvarna on the horn and so on and so forth. So whoever is Brahmishtha, see, Brahmishtha is the word that he uses. So that the pratyaya that we have here, suffix, so it's a superlative degree. Okay? So Brahmishtha. Okay? So like Shrestha. Yo Brahmishtha Sayetaga Udajatamiti. So this is the announcement that he makes. Whoever feels among the scholars who have assembled here that I am Brahmishta can drive away the cows. So there are 1,000 cows. So then anyway, so the story goes and Yajnavalkya asks his Shishya to drive away. Okay? Samashrava is the word that he uses. Oh Samaga, so you just drive away the cows. Then other people got little upset with this. How can Yajnavalkya claim to be Brahmishta and so on. The story goes. Then everybody will start asking questions to him. to just prove the fact that Yajnavalkya is Brahmishta. The episode is sort of narrated. So there are various reasons one can assign as to what one should conceive of the reason for including these episodes, etc. Okay, which one can think of. So I am not getting into that now. I am only trying to bring this episode in place to just relate this word Artha Bhaga. Here we have in the second quarter of the verse, Yajnavalkyartha Bhagau is the word that we find here. So this is a discussion that takes place between Yajnavalkya and Artha Bhaga. Okay. So Artha Bhaga, how do we get this word? Artha generally means Pidita. Artho Jijñāsuratharthi. So in the medical parlance, Artho means something. See, I went and met an Artho means. So that is different. But anyway, we keep meeting Arthas all the time. So Artha means Piditaha. Okay, this is what generally means. Okay. So Artha. But Artha Bhagaha should not be understood that way. So this is a derived word. His father is called Rita Bhagaha. See, Rita Bhagasya apatyam Artha Bhagaha. That is how the word comes. Okay, so this has to be understood. Otherwise it can be leading to confusions. So Rita Bhagasya apatyam Artha Bhagaha. So this is how the word gets derived. Now he says Yajnavalkya Artha Bhagau. So this is a conversation which Bhagavad Pada tries to present it in the form of verse. The essence of the dialogue is what is being presented. I will try to read a little bit of Bhashya pertaining to that also. So this is one mantra. Then if you look at the last quarter of the verse, you have the phrase Yadunam Vamshottam Saha. So Vamshottam Saha is a beautiful phrase. Uttam Saha means Alankara Bhutaha. Okay. Vamshasya Uttam Saha Vamshottam Saha. In fact, we have this Vairagya Shatakam commencing with the verse Chudottam Sita Chandra Charu Kalika Chanchachikha Bhasvaraha. Uttam Sita means adorned. Okay. Uttam Saha. Here we have Vamshottam Saha. So the one who is to be considered as the ornament of the whole clan, Yadu clan. Okay. Yadunam Vamshottam Saha Vadati means, so this has to do with a verse in Bhagavad Gita. So these are the two sources. Now let us try to understand what is stated in this verse. Then we will go to the sources which should have been the inspiration for composing this verse. So he says, Hetuh karmaiva loke sukhataditarayoho evamajño viditva mitram va shatruritham yavaharati mrisha. Up to that is the thesis which Bhagavad Pada presents here as a summary of what is there in other places. What is it? Hetuhu karmaiva loke sukhataditarayoho. Sukhataditarayoho hetuhu karmaiva. And then he says loke. Loke means whether it is this loka or some other loka, whatever it is. Okay. So a place where you experience something. Okay. So lokyate iti lokaha. Okay. So lokaha can mean subject, Lokaha can mean the location. So depending on the context, we have to describe the word Lokaha. Now, here he says Loke. So let us take Asmin Loke. So in this world, forget about other words. So we don't know. So this is something which is tangible. And this is something which is experienced by every individual. What is experience? Sukhataditara yoho. Sukha taditara. Taditara obviously refers to dukkha. Sukham taditaram. So taditaram means dukkham. Sukha taditara yoho. Hetuhu. Hetuhu means karanam. What is karanam? Karmaiva. It is a categorical statement. Karmaiva hetuhu. So he not only says karma, but he says eva. Put a full stop. Okay? Hetuhu karmaiva. That is where the emphasis lies. Only. Hetu karmaiva loke sukhataditarayoho. Why does Acharya want to say this? Because there is a lot of confusion. Because it is only because of you I am experiencing this. See, this is how people generally try to find cause. Okay? So you try to ascribe various factors. So here he is saying, and he is saying in the most general manner, what is Sukham? Suppose you ask, what will you say? So this is something which everybody experiences, but it is difficult to express. Suppose I ask you what is time, so what will you say? So this is a little difficult. Now, suppose I say what is the time, you can say it is 5:20, 5:54. But what is time is difficult. But so let us say what is sweet. So these are all things which we experience, which we may not be able to express. But this text, they try to provide some abstract definition. So they say, Anukula Vedaniyam Sukham. So Anukula Vedaniyam Sukham. This is how Gautama Sutra will define. Pratikula Vedaniyam Dukkham. So then you can ask, what is this? What does this mean? Whatever makes you feel good, suppose I say. Okay? Then you can ask, what is good? See, whatever that makes you feel good is Sukham. Okay? So, Pratikula Vedaniyam Dukkham. Of course, there are very interesting discussions that we will study when we take up Nyaya Sutra. Now, so here he says, Sukhataditarayoho karmaiva hetuhu. Having said this, he makes one more statement. Yevamajnyaha aviditva. Ajnyaha aviditva, not viditva. Evamajnyo viditva. The ignorant, not being aware of this truth, aware of this fact. What fact? Karmaiva hetuhu sukhataditarayoho. So it's a very interesting thing. Even if you analyze various religions which have come essentially to help people to streamline, okay, the society. So this karma is something which does not figure in other things. Okay, so this is something which is very special to the Sanatana Dharma. Anyway, Evamajnyaha aviditva. So not knowing this, okay, Ajnyaha aviditva. What does he do? Mitram Shatruhu Va Itham Risha Yavaharathi. So he says, Mitram Shatruhu Va Hetuhu Bhavati Iti Mrisha Vyavaharati. So for this Sukha, he is responsible. For this Dukkha, she is responsible. For this Sukha, she is responsible. For this Dukkha, he is responsible. So Mitram Va Shatruhu. So he is friend, he is foe. So these are the people who are responsible. This is how people keep talking generally. Mitram Va Shatruhu Hetuhu Bhavati Yitham Vyavaharati Mrisha Vyavaharati Kaha Vyavaharati Ajnaha Vyavaharati, not Sudnyaha. Ajnaha evam Vyavaharati Natu Vijnaha. You can say Vijnaha or you can say Sudnyaha, whichever way you want to say. Okay? Yaha Samyak Janati Saha evam na Vyavaharati. This is something which is extremely important, and I remember a few verses from Valmiki Ramayana, wherein this Rama, when he is undergoing lot of trouble. So this is something which appears in Aranya Kanda. So in Aranya Kanda of Ramayana, so we find a very interesting passage. So that I thought I should just share with you. So Rama is obviously a Sudnya, okay, not Ajna. And therefore, see here, there is a very beautiful thing. So there are 3 verses. So both of them, so Sita has been taken away, and the Dukkha after Dukkha, so various things have befallen upon Rama. And at one point of time, so Lakshmana breaks out. Okay. So and then Rama tries to console him. After the conversation, Rama little going down, then Lakshmana will try to boost his energy, enthusiasm and so on. So initially, this is in Aranya Kanda, 63rd Sarga. I just read the verses. Okay. Namadvidho dushkrita karmakari manyedviti osti vasundharayam shokena shoko hi paramparaya mameti bhindan hridayam manascha. So this is something which was really striking when I read for the first time. So Rama says, so normal tendency will be, see, all this is because of this Kaikeyi, right? So she stopped the coronation, then father died, so this happened, that happened. So then Sita is also gone. So trouble after trouble all the time undergoing. But then Rama tells Lakshmana, so now Lakshmana is also in trouble. Therefore Rama felt, see, even you are in trouble, it is all because of me. Okay, so he should have transferred to Kaikeyi. But then he didn't do. He says, Namadvidho dushkrita karmakari. I don't think there is any person in this world, Vasundharayam, who would have committed greater sin than me. Okay, Namadvidho dushkrita karmakari manye dvitiyosti vasundharayam. Why? This is a human expression of the feeling. And he says, Shokena shoko hi paramparaya. In a sequence, one after the other, I am undergoing shoka. Mameti, mamyeti, bhindan hridayam manasya. A beautiful usage. Hridayam bhindan means breaking away my heart. Heart may be broken, but if you have hopes, so then that broken heart can be united. Okay? Then he says, manascha, even that is also broken. Okay? Mameti bhindan hridayam manascha. He says, for this, doesn't ascribe anybody. He says, Purvam maya nunam abhipsitani papani karmanya sakritani tasyaya madhya patito vipakaha dukkhena dukkham yadaham vishami. A beautiful verse. He says, Purvam maya. It is true that I am undergoing, but then what could be the cause? There he says, Purvam maya. Purvam, I don't know when. Why is he using the word Purvam? Because in this Janma nobody could have blamed Rama for having committed anything which could have hurt others. And therefore he says, Purvam Janmantare. Purvam maya nunam abhipsitani. He says, abhipsitani means as much as I like, I would have committed. Okay? Indeed, nunam is a phrase that is used here. Purvam maya nunam abhipsitani papani karma nyasakrit kritani. Having known that it is a sin, I had committed this sin again and again. Asakrit kritani. Sakrit means once, asakrit is multiple times. Papani karmanya sakrit kritani. And then he says, Tasyaya madhya patito vipakaha. Now they have started yielding fruit for me. Vipakaha is the outcome of that. See, tasyaya madhya patito vipakaha dukkhena dukkham yadaham vishami. The word yat means yena hetuna. So because of which I am moving from one dukkha to other dukkha. I am entering into the domain of dukkhas. Dukkhena dukkham yadaham vishami. And then he says, there is one more verse which I think which is worth studying here. Hey, how do we go this? Ambi? Divar. See, there is one more verse. So he just describes this. See, Rajya Pranashaha. First thing, just recounting that. Rajya Pranashaha Svajanair Viyogaha. Even if you lose the kingdom, doesn't matter. As long as there are a few people who are around you. Okay, Svajana. So Svajana here refers to Atmiya. Atmiya means the one who is dear to you. Okay? Even if one person is there, that is good enough. So he says Svajanair Viyogaha. That is why Svajanair Viyogaha is considered as the greatest punishment. So putting them into exile. What more can be greater punishment? So Rajya Pranashaha Svajanair Viyogaha. Then he says Pitul Vinashaha Janani Viyogaha. So father has died. The most dear mother is not there with me now. Sarvani me Lakshmana Shoka Vegam Apo apurayanti pravichintitani. Here also there is a beautiful message. So there is nothing like Valmiki Ramayana, let me tell you. Very simple verses, profound messages at various stages, which will be extremely useful. Sarvani me Lakshmana Shoka Vegam. All these, one after the other, Shoka Vegam, Apurayanti, they fill my heart with Shoka. When Pravichintitani. Pravichintitani means when I start thinking about them. So where is the solution? Not to think, number one. And if you cannot practice not to think, then at least you should practice not to think that other fellow is responsible. This will really, really, really help you in life. Okay. So this much I can tell you. So let me come back to this. So there are very beautiful verses further in Ramayana also later in the same section, but I am just leaving it. Now let us come back here. So this was just to tell you that Ajnaha Aviditva will keep blaming the whole world. Sujnaha Viditva will take upon himself. So please understand, this is something which has to do with the shoka of you, not with the shoka of the other fellow. So avan karma, let him suffer. So this is foolishness. So all this has to be very clearly understood. Okay. So this is with reference to you. What is the attitude that you have to take when it comes to? So there cannot be a single universal principle which can be prescribed for everything. So the same thing, you should immediately go and try to reach out the other person when he is suffering. So there you cannot say karma, let him experience. This is not at all acceptable. Anyway, now hetu karmiva loke sukhataditarayoho एवमज्ञो विदित्वा मित्रं वा शत्रुं इत्थं यवहरति मृषैव. Mrishaiva is a very important thing. See, Vyavaharati Mrisha. Okay, that Eva can also be brought here. Mrishai. Eva Shabda. Not Vyakti. So Mrishaiva. Okay. Karmaiva. Okay. Now let us go to the Shruti. So Shruti he is quoting Yajnavalkyartha bhagau yatkarmi bochatuhu prak janaka nripagrihe chakratustat prasamsam. What is this karma? Yat karmaiva. You can use that yat for this also, or yat can be used for a different reason also. See, yena hetoho. Just because this is the fact, this is what was decided. Okay. So that way also you can use this phrase yat. Okay. Yat can be understood in two ways. Now, before explaining this in great detail from the Upanishad, let me very quickly tell you what transpired, then I will read the mantra for you. Yajnavalkya arthabhagau karmaiva vuchatuhu prak. Prak means this story is something which is a very old thing. Okay. So therefore prak means long back in the assembly of Janaka. So this is what was stated. Karmaiva vuchatuhu. Where Janaka nripagrihe. So Janaka nripagrihe, griha here refers to the assembly. So in the assembly, whatever was declared by Yajnavalkya and Arthabhaga. So here you have a Dvivachanam, not only Yajnavalkya, but Arthabhaga. Why Arthabhaga? Because this Arthabhaga was the person who put the question to Yajnavalkya. And having discussed something, both of them make this announcement. Okay? So this Arthabhaga was thoroughly convinced by Yajnavalkya. And both of them, they say, Yat karmaiva vuchatuhu prak janaka nripagrihe. So then you find a phrase here, chakratus tat prashamsam. Why would this phrase be there? Prashamsam chakratuhu. They praised. Praised what? Karma. So praised the conclusion that was arrived at. It is really a praiseworthy conclusion. Why is praiseworthy conclusion? Because one can assign a variety of factors to this. So that will be evident when I take certain phrases from Bhagavad Pada's Bhashya. So because the Sukha Dukkha Hetu, so there are several things which can be attributed towards that, but assigning karma is something which is really praiseworthy. Okay? So there is a lot of meaning in this. So it is not just like that some theory which is being put forth today, which has been stated. Okay? So pulling something out of the hat. Today some theory will be there, tomorrow some other theory will be there. That theory will be rolled back. So this is what will contribute to economic growth. So after 10 years, this is what has contributed to the depletion of all. So this is how we will float various theories. Okay. Now let us come to this. Yajnavalkyartha bhagau yat karmaiva bhuchatuhu prak janaka nripagrihe chakratuhu tat prashamsam. Up to this is over. The last quarter is devoted to Bhagavad Gita's verse. Now let me take you to the mantra in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So this is basically the last mantra in the second Brahmana of the third Adhyaya. Okay. So second Brahmana of the third Adhyaya, this is called Arthabhaga Brahmana. So this begins with Athahainam Jaratkarava Arthabhagah Paprachayajnavalkyeti hovacha Katigrahah Katyatigrahah Ityashtau graha ashtavatigraha iti yeteshtau graha ashtavatigraha katameta iti. So this is how the question starts. So Jaratkaravaha Arthabhagaha. So Jaratkaravaha refers to the Gotra. We don't know the name of this person. But he is described as someone who is born in this Gotra and he is the son of Ritubhaga. So this much is known. So Jaratkaravaha is the phrase. Jaratkaru. So there is a Jaratkar or Jaratkar Vam Samutpanno Mahayasha. Anyway, so that is a episode which you will find in Mahabharata. Now here, so this last mantra, which is the 13th mantra of this Brahmana, after a lot of discussion finally, this is how the mantra goes. It's a fairly long mantra. Yajnavalkyeti hovacha yatrasya purushasya mritasya va gappeti vatam pranaschakshuradityam manaschandran dishashrotram prithivig shariramakasamat maushadhir lovani vanaspatin kesha apsulohitancha retascha nidhiyate Kvayam tada purusho bhavati tyahara somya hastamartabhaga va mevai tasya vedishyavaha. nanavetat sajana iti tauhot kramya mantrayan chakrate tauhayaduchatuh karma haiva taduchatuh atha yat prashashagsatuh karma haiva tat prashashagsatuh punyo vai punyena karmana bhavati papah pape neti tato hajaratkarava artabhaga upararama. This is how the mantra ends. Here, so the initial part I am not going to explain, but the later part he says is there is a episode which has been associated even with this discussion. So this whole discussion falls under the episode of this Janaka assembly. Within this, there is a very interesting thing that you will find here. Retascha nidhiyate kvayam tada purusho bhavati tyahara somya hastam artabhaga avameva etasya vedishyavaha nanavetat sajana iti. So this is a very interesting statement which you may be surprised to know. So this Yajnavalkya tells Arthabhaga. Okay, this is a good question. Now let us go to an isolated place, discuss this and come back. Okay, so this is what he is saying. Okay, this is a very interesting thing. See, Hastamartabhaga avameva etasya vedishyavaha. So he just took his hand and then let us go. Okay. Avameva means etasya vedishyavaha nanavetat sajana iti. So this is not something which is worthy of being discussed here. So you may think, what is the secret behind it? Nothing. Okay, so that Bhagavad Pada says, and it is something which Bhagavad Pada hints, he doesn't say. I'll tell you, there are certain things. So in many of the meetings I have seen this. So you will keep on discussing. Everyone, if there are 5 reasons which you can say, everyone will keep saying this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. And with his own limited vision, so he wants to establish only this as the reason. And therefore, Yajnavalkya felt, see, it is your question, so now I have to convince you. So if others are let in, everyone will keep on pitching. And then will keep saying this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason, and we will not be able to come to any conclusion. Okay, you have posed this question, I will take you and I will convince you. If you are convinced, both of us, let us come and declare. So that is how both of them come and declare later. Okay, so then let's see that is a very interesting thing which we will see. See, avameva etasya vedishyavaha nanavetat sajana iti tauhot kramya mantrayan chakrate. So they did the discussion. Tauhayaduchatuh karma haiva taduchatuh. So tauha yaduchatuhu karma haiva taduchatuhu. So they said it is only karma. Okay. Then it says athayat prashashagsatuhu karma haiva tat prashashagsatuhu. And he says finally punyo vai punyena karmana bhavati papah papena. This is also a very, very important phrase. Okay, which will be extremely useful in explaining things for the world. So this is a different thing. Punyo vai punyena karmana bhavati papah papena. So then tato hajaratkarava artabhaga upararama. So this is how the mantra ends. Now there is not much time to read every part of Bhashya, but I would just like to leave some important tips. So those who want to read, you can go and read the Shankara Bhashya. So this Shankara Bhashya, he says, Bhagavad Pada here, Tatra देवताभिः अधिष्ठितानि करणानि न्यस्तदात्राद्युपमानानि विदेहश्च कर्ता पुरुषः अस्वतन्त्रः किमाश्रितो भवति इति पृच्छ्यते. This is something which is given as a Purva Pitika for the earlier half of the mantra. So, Devatabhihi adhisthitani karanani. Even the karanas that you are talking about. So, they say that there is a Devata Anugraha which is required and so on and so forth. Because Aspatantra they cannot function. So, that itself is an important phrase. So, let me not explain that because that is not relevant and we don't have the time also. Now, let me move on to this part now. He says, Nanau avayoho yetadvastu sajane janasamudaye nirnetum shakyate. Why? For that he says, Swabhava yadrichha kala karma daiva vijnanamatra shunyani. He has listed a long list. You see, Swabhava, some fellow will say, Yadrichha, Kala, Karma, Daiva, Vijnanamatra, Shunyani, Vadibhihi Parikalpitani. Vadibhihi Parikalpitani means there are different people who keep proposing different causes. So each one will try to establish that this is what it is. Okay, so therefore, this is not something which we can decide now because everyone will pounce. So let us go and decide. You have a question, I have an answer. If you are convinced, let us come and declare. So this is how the dialogue goes. And then he says, Tauha vicharya yaduchatuhu apohye purvapakshan sarvaneva. Vicharya means it is not going and telling Arthabhaga, I will give you something, you just come and declare with me. So this is how many decisions are taking place. You take him separately and then tell him. So it is not that Yadu Chatuhu Apohya Purva Pakshan. All kinds of objections that can be raised. So Arthabhaga raises and Yajnavalkya convinces. Tachrunu karmahaiva ashrayam punah punaha karya karano padana hetum tat tatra vuchatuhu uktavantau na kevalam kala karma daiva ishvareshu abhyupakam yamaneshu hetushu yat prasasagnsatuhu tau karmahaiva tat prasasagnsatuhu. What is to be understood here? So there can be, you can say, Kala, Karma, there are various factors. It's not that just one thing will be able to produce something. But what is the overarching thing? So obviously, if I get a pain by a thorn prick, should I say thorn pricked me and therefore I have pain? My karma, therefore I have pain. You understand? Thorn also plays a role, and whoever plays the thorn, if at all somebody placed, because there are people who just puncture your tire, so they will just go and place some needle. Okay. So my grandfather, I remember, when he was having this Patashala. So this I was too old, I mean, less than 10 years old, maybe 7 years, 8 years. I remember this. So if this fellow does not chant well, so my grandfather will give him, see, he will take a stick. Hey, where is it? He will take a danda. That will be like this. See, that stick will be like this. See, this is just this. He doesn't have a separate stick. He will have this fan with him always. Okay, and he will just turn this and then tuck. So he will just give. So with the handle of that hand fan, he will give a blow. So this is how it will be. So there will be a long handle. So he will have a special That is all made of palm. Yeah. So that is what he will do. What these fellows will do is, okay, this mischief. So he will have a nap in the afternoon. See, he was just 70 plus years old. A short nap, maybe 1 hour, something like that he will have. So I remember distinctly, these fellows, so if they are unhappy, they will go to the toilet and then stand somewhere. They will have a piece of wire. They will remove the bulb and then make a short circuit. The fuse will be gone. So my grandfather will not fan. Okay, this I remember. See, so this I remember. Anyway, this is karma. Karma haiva tadu chatuhu. Okay, so who is responsible for this? Obviously, these fellows are responsible. And what made the short circuit? Wire made the short circuit. But what gave the thought to these fellows to do this? That is your karma. You understand? See, he could have thought the other way, no? After all, he is doing some good for me. Okay, no problem. Anyway, so this, now, so this karma haiva tadu chatuhu, so tat prasashagna satuhu. So prasashagna satuhu means that is the ultimate factor, so which can be thought of for the experience of sukha dukkha. This is how you have to take when it comes to you. Okay, so when it comes to you. So if it is a sukha hetu, then you have to handle differently. If it is a dukkha hetu, you have to handle differently. So that is a different kind of a lecture. Okay. Now, so the ultimately, if you theoretically analyze, this may be something. But if the grandfather comes to know that this is the fellow who did, should he correct him or not? He will, obviously. So you have to understand that. So how you take it, in what context, so this is a different thing. Now let us come to the last quarter here quickly. So finally he says, Vamshottamso yadunam giti vadati nakopyatra tishthatya karma. So having said this, chakratuhu tatprashamsam Vamshottamso yadunam vadati nakopyatra tishthatya karma. Yadunam vamshottamsaha kim vadati atra akarma nakopi tishtati. Nakopi tishtati iti vadati. Okay, so akarma nakopi tishtati. So that basically is a very famous verse in Bhagavad Gita, appearing in the 3rd chapter. So there, I think the verse goes as Nahi kaschit kshanamapi chatutishtatya karma kritu karyate hyavashah karma sarvah prakritijair gunaihi. Repeat. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
Jatu tishthatya karma kritu
Jatu tishthatya karma kritu Jatu tishthatya karma kritu
Karyate hyavashah karma
Karyate karma
Karyate hyavashah karma
Karyate hyavashah karma
Karyate hyavashah
karma
Sarvah prakritijair gunaihi
Sarvah prakritijair gunaihi
Sarvah prakritijair gunaihi. Of course, one can give a detailed explanation for this verse. I am not going to do that. All that I want to say now is this karma that Krishna is referring to here in this context. Why does even Bhagavad Pada bring this quotation? It says, Kaschidapi kshanamapi akarmakrit na tishtati. Right? So without performing a karma, this person does not remain. Which means he is always engaging in some kind of a karma. We may feel that he doesn't engage. That has to do with the observation of his physical body. So this karma can be kaika, vachika or manasika. So even manasika karma is playing a crucial role in shaping, and in fact it is manasika karma which actually impels this person even to do kaika karma. So at manasika level, you may be able to exercise a control if you are a trained person. If you are an untrained person, then you are not able to exercise a control, whether it is good thinking or bad thinking. So there, the samskaras, the disciplines, all of them play a role. But the message that Bhagavad Pada wanted to give here was, karma is responsible for sukha dukkha anubhavaha, and you cannot remain without performing karma. So how do you engage yourself in performing the right karma, etc.? So that requires a different kind of a discussion. Perhaps we will postpone it to the next class. Okay. So Vamshottamso yadunam iti vadati nakopyatra tishthatya karma. Okay. So there is also some very interesting observations which have been made by Bhagavad Pada here that we will touch upon maybe in the next class before we move to the other verse. So let us read this verse and close this class. Hetuh karmaiva loke sukhataditarayoho evamajño viditva mitram va shatruritham yavaharati mrisha yajñavalkyarta bhagau yat karmaivo chadusprak जनकन पगृहे चक्रतुस्तत्प्रशंसां वंशोत्तंसो यदूनामिति वदति न कोऽप्यत्र तिष्ठत्य कर्मा. ओम सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. Oh